Hello, welcome to my tutorial. The first thing you're going to do is put some primer on. This one's by e.l.f. and it is green, specifically to cancel out the redness. And I have rosacea, so this works like a charm. It is so smooth, and this is the basis for now your concealer. I use a stick by Maybelline, and I'm just covering up all of my red and horrible areas and bring sunshine to them. Now I am using a brush to blend it all out. This is a brush I got off of Amazon in a set, and I'm going to be using a lot of these brushes, and you will see them in this video. They are great, and I think I only paid like $8.99 for all of them. Now I'm using Club Adrian concealer. My mom gave it to me. It's for people over 40, but who cares? It works great. I have this beauty blender sponge, and I'm saturating it in this primer water that I have. Now I'm going to be just kind of blotting it onto my face. This will even out my complexion even more, and it is the base for my foundation, just so it can stick to something and so I can get rid of the existing redness. Now I'm using Oxygen Wow Hello Flawless Foundation by Benefit, and I'm using a stipple brush, and with that I'm just going to disperse it all around my face, and it is going to be blended out with the brush. And when you blend out your foundation, you just want to like kind of pat it in there. It's called buffing, and that way you can pack in your product instead of dispersing it from where it's supposed to go. And this gives you much better coverage than you ever anticipated just by moving it around. You're actually locking it in. It's quite fabulous. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking the foundation and moving it from my face into my neck and ear area. That way you have no foundation lines. I would never want to be caught dead with that. This is a mistake that many people make, and it's very imperative that we fix that. Now I have this powder by Physicians Formula, and it is green specifically for people with rosacea, and it enables your face to be patted down and matted with green fabulousness. It's a great powder. People don't really talk about it, but it's like one of those underrated products that are fabulous. Now I have e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzer, but I just like the bronzer. I'm using that angled brush and contouring my cheekbones. I usually use a sucked in motion to contour, like I make a fish face, and I just got it along those lines and then blend it into the upper part of my cheekbone. Now I have like no face structure at all, so this totally gives me the illusion of fabulous cheekbones that I only envy with people. Now I am just contouring my jawline because I really don't have one of those either, and so I try to make myself look like I have a hard face when I really don't. And I also blend it into my forehead as well. And now I'm blending it all out. Now I'm using NARS, Laguna, and Orgasm together, but I just like the Orgasm blush. It's a really gorgeous, flattering color. And I'm going to be applying that just with a light hand. Fabulous. Now, Anastasia highlighter is the next prospect of this tutorial, and it's a liquid highlighter. It's fabulous, and so I just use a very small amount on my hand with this brush, and I'm just going to dab it into my upper cheekbone. And this is going to make me look very youthful and dewy, and it will bring my cheekbones up higher. I can even bring it along the bridge of my nose as well. And my cupid's bow. Now this is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Skin Babe, and I'm going to be applying it on a fan brush. And this is just going to go on top of it just to set in that highlighter. I also go under the cheekbones too to lift them, and my chin and my forehead. Now I'm taking off anything that would have gone on my lips from like foundation or powder to prep it for a lipstick, because you don't want anything like drying. I'm using MAC Cork Liner, and I'm just going to put chapstick on and then line those lips, baby. Now I'm going to fill them in and put on some lipstick. This is NYX. It's very frosty. I think I show it sooner or later in this video. Now I'm using some Loretta lip gloss, and I'm just going to give myself some plumpness. Not that I really need any because my lips are freaking huge, but anything helps, right? Now I'm going to be using that same lip liner to contour my nose. This may seem silly, but oh my god, does it make a difference. You can go from an elephant nose to who's a star with a really tiny nose, but yeah, you're like your most coveted nose job, like Paris Hilton. It's pretty awesome. Now I'm just using this Laura Geller eyeshadow on top of it, just to give it more warmth. Now I'm using Smashbox Shadow Primer on a brush. And don't forget the under part. It counts. And now you're going to be using Smog from the Naked Original palette, and you're going to be putting it on your lid. It's a pretty subtle and very sultry color simultaneously. Now on the other eye you're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to be using Half Baked now, and I'm going to put this beautiful gold in the center of my eye just to give it some depth and a highlight. Now I'm going to be using cheese or toaster, something like that, in my crease. I'm going to try to emulate a cut crease, which is a very popular eye look right now. And you're just going to like drag that along the lines and a little bit above to be blended out later. Now you're going to be using, I think it's Hustle, and you're going to put that in your outer V and kind of meander it into the crease. Same story here on the other eye. And you're going to blend it out as you go with lighter colors. This is how you refrain from having harsh lines. Now, before I put in my highlight color, I'm going to be using the Anastasia brow kind of sculpting pencil. And I'm going to be using this Laura Geller really dark chocolate brown just to go over that to intensify it. And as we go throughout this video, I'm just going to keep intensifying this eye look even after my eyeliner and everything, because that's what I do until I'm satisfied. Now we're going to blend that out again. It's a very tedious process, this blending. And I'm just showing you like a close-up before I blend it even more. Just to show you what's going on. Now I'm using this black and it's called Creep. And this is gonna start to get really sexy. Black is a very beautiful color, and when it goes in that region, it starts to get smoky. You want to like go in that outer V very carefully. It's all about having a light hand with makeup. You can't just go in there and just be like, boom. You have to work at the boom. Like when you're a kid, you start off wearing sandals and then you work up to high heels. Now I'm highlighting with Virgin. And this lifts the eyes. Now I'm packing on the black and trying to neutralize my lid. Now I'm going to start applying it in my inner corner to give it like that mixed effect. You'll see in a second. Now I'm going to be taking, I forgot what that color is, but you know what it is. In the center, and this is the highlight, and you can even apply it wet like I'm doing now, and it is much more intense. Now it's time for eyeliner. This is MAC Black Track Fluid Line. And I'm just going ham at this stuff. When you put on eyeliner, you want to make sure that you are tight lining and getting as close to your lash line. You want to be in your lash line because you don't want any gaps. Like I see this common mistake all the time where people have like gaps in between their lashes and their eyelid, and it's not cool. You want to be aware of that and always get your eyeliner in that little water line area of your upper region. I'm doing the bottom, and I'm going to be intensifying it with Creep. Now we're going to soften it with the lighter colors and add some highlight to the bottom. Now I'm going to be intensifying that black liner with the blackout color from the Naked 2 palette. Now we're going to curl the lashes, so we don't have to do that later. And I'm now just going in with a pencil and smoking things up even more. This is actually a navy blue liner. I think it's called Blues from MAC. And it is great. It blends so flawlessly. It really gives your eyes that edge. And I'm kind of smoking out that wing upward. Now adding my favorite mascara, which is the Exact Eyelights from CoverGirl. This stuff is awesome. I would totally add false lashes if mine matched. I'm going to be intensifying this look with a red blush color from the e.l.f. blush palette, and this totally kind of makes things more subtle and it brings out my blue eyes. And I'm doing the same on the bottom because just like in math, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. One valuable lesson I learned. You're just intensifying that. Take time, blending it. Now I'm adding the other favorite mascara of mine. This is by Maybelline. And it brings out the volume. And now I'm bronzing my whole entire neck and blending it into my face. Because if you have a white neck and a tan face, it's not pretty. And now I'm just intensifying my contours, making myself feel human again. I didn't like that lipstick. It just wasn't working for me. So I'm going in with MAC Cyber. I feel like this pulls this look together.
If you liked this video, please subscribe and thumbs up, because that'll keep me making more videos for you. I would totally add some false lashes to this, but my false lashes are all everywhere right now. They're between home and college. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.